So we took a cruise to CoCoCay on Royal Caribbean, and this is in the Bahamas in May of 2023. And on this cruise, obviously, we saw a little octopus. But on CoCoCay, we basically did swimming at the beach. We did swimming in one of the pools they have there, and we did some additional swimming and snorkeling in some other locations. So I'm going to go over that right now. But CoCoCay is basically a private island. I believe it's owned by Royal Caribbean. And here, right here on this map, you see to South Beach in the upper right corner. There's another map that's going to come up here. And on this other map, you can see on South Beach, we went snorkeling in this area. Not a lot to see here in this particular location. You can kind of see here in a moment what we saw. Just vegetation. We did see a stingray. We saw a couple fish. Not a lot to write home about on this particular time. I mean, just a couple fish that we saw, but it was still a nice area, a nice place to hang out in the water. It was nice and warm. Next, we went to the lagoon, and this is just a basic pool. We spent time in the pool here, had a good time, good music. It's a little crowded, but not too bad. And next is what we enjoyed probably the most, which is snorkeling around Chilled Island. In Chilled Island, right around the rocks that you can kind of see here on the left, there's just a ton of fish and wildlife inside the rocks. And that's kind of where you want to focus your snorkeling. So here you can see as we kind of go through this, kind of panning around here so you can kind of see what the area looks like when you're just in the water and looking around. And coming up here in a moment, we'll show, this is our cruise ships off there in the distance, but this is where everyone kind of like go and hang out. So when you first get in the water, initially speaking, there's just not a lot to see. It's, you kind of see what there is there. But as you get closer to these rocks right there, the closer you get to these rocks, the more wildlife and fish and some corals you see. None of the corals are too crazy vibrant, but they're all pretty nice to look at. And so here is us just snorkeling around, looking at fish. There's an octopus later on in this video. This video is going to be fairly lengthy. It's just going to kind of show you around in the fishing and around these different rocks that you can kind of go see. So I just kind of sit here, hang out, enjoy the background music, because this is kind of what we did and what we saw on this particular day at CoCoCay. So I apologize for the shaky picture here, but there's a little octopus right there in the lower part of the screen. As I zoom in, you can kind of see that it's got some eyes, and again trying to swim with the coral there. But there you see the octopus kind of suck in. You see it's got his tentacle there to the right. I didn't actually touch it. I just tried to get close to it. Someone else came up a few minutes after I filmed this, was actually trying to get it out. They were pretty gentle, but probably not what you should be trying to do. I don't know. So anyway, so moving forward here, that's the octopus that we saw on this day. It didn't actually swim away or get real defensive, but you know, there it is kind of creeping out, and you can kind of see how it looks, you know, just blends in. You can't really see it at first. It took me some time to actually notice it there. So this kind of ended our CoCoCay adventures in snorkeling. We really enjoyed snorkeling here. You can see the coral. There is some there. It's not the most amazing, but it's pretty nice. So as we're leaving, we're back to the docks. There's the perfect day sign. And we're going to scan around here, and I'm just going to show you what kind of CoCoCay looks like. Now, interesting to point out here, on the left side of the screen right here, that's actually where we were snorkeling. So those little, I don't know what you call them, umbrellas out there, right there on the right side of the screen now, that's where we were doing our snorkeling. And then other people were doing excursions, snorkeling out here. We didn't do that. We just snorkeled around that little island right there, that little mini peninsula, maybe you want to call it. Where all the rocks were, so real pretty there. There's another cruise ship. They went to actually a different island, separate island out there. So thanks for watching. Watch, learn, and do it. Click the link to subscribe below, and everyone have a great day. Thanks for watching.